So here in DaVinci Resolve, we're going to have a look at how we add a title, a little bit of a transparent background, and a border like this. So we're going to start from scratch, delete the title that's already added to the timeline. We've got this video clip on the timeline here, and we're going to come up and turn our effects on at the top left here, which is where we'll find our titles in this toolbox on the left-hand side. So if we click into titles, we're going to grab the basic title, drop it down onto our timeline. And so what you'll get with the basic title is just the white text, as you can see it here. And to bring up the controls for the title, we're just going to double click on it here, or you can come up to Inspector and show and reveal the inspector at the top right. So once we've got our title added, we can paste some text in there up in the inspector. I come to the title options, or we can double click right in the viewer here, select our text, and then paste in any text that we have. So we have this kind of short sentence about learning online. And then in the inspector, we can come and change the size of our type. And we can also add any line breaks that we need. So we want to kind of make this into a block type. It's not going to wrap to the block that we have. So we'll just add in a few line breaks there, and then we're going to align it to the left. We'll increase the size of that just a little bit. Now, if we want to move the text around on the Mac, we can hold down the Alt or Option key, and that will allow us to drag it around. You can see the position is changing here in the inspector. I'm just going to slide it across so it's in this kind of open space between this gentleman and the computer he's working on. And then we're going to scroll down here to add the background. So where you see background here, in order to turn the background on, we just need to adjust the height of it, and then you'll start to see the background reveal itself. And then we can modify the width as well. You can see we've got some nice rounded edges on there. We can straighten them out by dragging that down, or we can keep them a little bit rounded. We can change the opacity of the background, so we can increase or decrease the opacity of that background. So it makes it easier to read the type over the video. It's still showing a bit of the video. And then we can also add an outline to this as well. So we're going to increase the width of our outline. You can see it's just a black color at the moment. So we'll click on here. We've got our color inspector, and we'll make it this nice orange. Click OK, and then we can play a bit more with the corner radius, get it looking nice there. So basically, you can see here, this is how we would create a basic type with background on it in DaVinci Resolve. Now, if we stretch this out here, and then click on this type box, we can add the default transitions by doing Control or Command and T, and that will add a fade in for our type box and a fade out at the end. So super easy to add a type box there in DaVinci Resolve. And if we want to reuse this type box, we'll just drop on another video here. We can just hold down the Option key and drag it a little bit further down our timeline. I'm going to shorten this up a little bit. Then when we come in here, we can edit our type, and it will be separate from the original type frame that we added. You can see that we've added a new type box there, and the text in the original one has remained the same. They're not connected to one another. That's how to add a basic type box with an outline and background in DaVinci Resolve. Super easy. If you have any questions, then please do get in touch.